This week, Mike hangs out with Nathan Drake one last time with his review of Uncharted 4: A Thief's End. We avoid the undead in the far reaches of the galaxy in eagerly anticipated indie sequel Space Pirates and Zombies 2, and spend some time at the movies checking out the hypercolour acid trip that is Alice through the Looking Glass. This is Player Attack. Hi, I'm Jessica Citizen, and this week the games industry is abuzz with rumour and speculation about just what might be happening at E3 in a couple of weeks. The biggest theory is that we will see multiple console announcements at the Los Angeles show, with US retailer GameStop predicting as much in a recent earnings report. While we've already been told that Nintendo's NX will not be on show, the retailer's comments do add weight to the persistent story that there's both a revamped PlayStation 4 and a new Xbox One on the way. Known as both the PlayStation 4.5 and the PlayStation 4K, Sony's offering is reportedly codenamed Neo and boasts upgraded CPU and RAM as well as supporting 4K graphics. One rumour suggests that games might ship with a standard PS4 mode and a new Neo mode, so you can choose your level of graphical fidelity. Microsoft, on the other hand, is apparently working on 2 new Xbox One builds. One is a smaller, less expensive Xbox One with a larger hard drive, a sort of Xbox One Slim edition. The other, reportedly codenamed Scorpio, features a more powerful GPU, 4K support and Oculus Rift compatibility. It's reportedly backwards compatible out of the box, features 6 teraflops peak power, and may or may not come with a redesigned controller. Meanwhile, the original PlayStation 4 is doing pretty well for itself. Sony confirmed this week that 40 million units have been sold to customers, with nearly 271 million games to go along with them. It doesn't stop there. Another 20 million PS4s are expected to be sold by the end of Sony's financial year, that is, the end of March 2017. That's an increase on the previous year, which saw a measly 17 million consoles sold. Getting back to E3 for a moment though, and fans are busily speculating about just which games will be shown off. This week there is an unexpected entry onto the list, Prey 2, which created plenty of buzz back at E3 2011, but was then unceremoniously dropped by Bethesda in 2014. Now though, Prey2.com and Prey3.com are redirecting to a hidden Facebook page suggesting that something's in the works. Stay tuned, Bethesda's pre-show event is on Sunday, June 12, and that's our bet for any big reveals. And if you're in LA but not a part of the games industry, there's a new opportunity for you to attend E3, sort of. You're still not able to get onto the show floor, but a new event, E3 Live, will be held just down the road from the LA Convention Center, giving gamers a chance to get up close and personal with games, developers, and exclusive merch. Running from Tuesday, June 14 until Thursday, June 16, the event is free with tickets offered on a first-in, best-dressed basis, and a pass will get you 5 hours of gaming goodness. If you can't even get that close, all the press conferences will be streamed on e3pressconferences.com, which also lists what time everything is happening in your part of the world. Moving on, and a new live-action trailer for Deus Ex: Mankind Divided has us really excited for the game, due out in August. We're still not completely comfortable with the mechanical apartheid catchphrase, but if you ever doubted that these games mirrored real life, this should convince you.
This is an attack on humanity and the universal values that we share.
These people were hacked. They had no control.
What is the appropriate response? And can we actually protect ourselves from this happening again?
I have no idea what happened. I would never...
You tried to kill me.
At what point will governments consider the idea of segregation for all our sakes?
We can be politically correct, or we can be foolish. But it's going to get worse and worse.
The Czech Republic adds its voice to a growing list of countries calling for the relocation of its augmented citizens.
No
Reports of severe shortages of the drug neuropozyne required to inhibit the rejection of augmentations.
And we will fight for our God-given rights to defend our will.
In a sign of growing anti-augmentation sentiment, thousands march.
It doesn't matter how many idiots you get out there on the street. We will not relinquish our limbs. Do you understand?
What's happening on this planet is a mass fear-mongering, and the mainstream media pushing this narrative.
The officer suffered severe facial injuries.
Incident after incident after
You need to be afraid, because they are coming for you.
Now, some news that has made many people very upset. No Man's Sky has been delayed. While that's bad enough news, what's worse is the way the game's community has reacted. When the news was first rumoured last week, the writer who broke the story was bombarded with hate mail, including death threats for disappointing fans. Then, when Hello Games developer Sean Murray confirmed that the game would miss its June release date and would instead ship in early August, he was also showered in hate and received his own share of death threats. If you think about that for a moment, it does seem a little self-defeating. And there's more bad news if you're a fan of The Witcher. While those real-world Gwent cards are still available, CD Projekt Red has announced they won't be shipping anymore after June 10. If you want some and haven't gotten them yet, act fast. There are 2 packs available, one with the limited editions of each of the 2 Witcher 3 expansions, both Hearts of Stone and Blood and Wine. If you've picked up a retail copy, the cards are included. If you prefer your games to be of the digital variety though, it is a matter of supplying CD Projekt Red with proof of purchase and they will ship them out to you directly. In happier news, there are 4 comics on the way to tell the story between Dishonored and the upcoming Dishonored 2, and if that's not enough for you, there's a set of 3 novels due out as well, which cover the same period. The comics are written by 2000 AD favourite Gordon Rennie and illustrated by Batman Beyond's Andrea Olimpieri and Marcello Maiolo, with the first one due out in August and a graphic novel compilation happening in November. The first of the books, which are written by Adam Christopher, is due in September 2016. Now, some quick news. Ron Gilbert has sent an open letter to Disney offering to pay real actual money in exchange for the rights to his games Monkey Island and Maniac Mansion. Disney, of course, is no longer making its own games, so what's it really going to do with all those licenses? Rocket League now officially supports cross-platform multiplayer on Xbox One, meaning that if you're playing the car football hybrid on PC, you can play against opponents on either major console. Developer Psyonix describes it as a historic moment and is thrilled to deliver something that fans have been asking for since the day the game launched. Unfortunately, the Xbox One still can't talk to the PS4, but it is certainly a step in the right direction. And this week's movie news is actually TV news, and it's come out of nowhere. EA has signed a deal to bring Mirror's Edge to the small screen, working with Endemol Shine Studios to create a science fiction TV series inspired by the free-running story from DICE. Even though we don't know anything about the story, and there's no guarantee it'll be picked up by a broadcaster, and the series can't possibly be as good as we actually want it to be, the concept is pretty sound. But the big question, though, is who should play Faith? Mirror's Edge Catalyst launches for PC, PS4 and Xbox One from June 7. For more information on any of these stories or to keep up to date with the latest gaming news, head to playerotac.com. But for now, stick around, we've got plenty more still to come.